Imagine the calm sea in the remote bay in the Faroe Islands suddenly turns blood red. Thousands of white-side dolphin, a small, agile species that is important for the balance of the ecosystem, are herded onto the beach and beheaded in the Grindadrap traditions. Good morning. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ery Rivan Syahputra from USK Faculty of Law. In September 2021, a dark record was recorded. 1,428 dolphins were slaughtered in one day, and their meat pieces were scattered in local restaurants and markets. For the Faroe government, this culture is heritage. For marine wildlife lovers, this is unforgivable cruelty. Although called subsistence whaling, for cultural purpose, this practice has actually turned into a massive commercialization, contrary to the spirit of international marine wildlife protection law. Today we will dissect the clash between cultural right, economic interest, and the national obligation to protect marine mammals. Grindadrap was born as a subsistence mechanism. The Faroe people used dolphin meat and oil for survival, but in the past 2 decades, the scale and purpose have shifted dramatically. See separate global data shows a 500% increase in whaling since 2010. Meat and byproducts are now being fed to restaurants and supermarkets in Europe, with tourists paying up to $500 to go on dolphin harvesting trip. Tradition has become an exotic business, tarnishing the spirit of subsistence whaling that was protected by indigenous right claims. Legally, Grindadrap stands at the crossroad of two instruments: the 1946 ICRWY and the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. Article 8 of the ICRWY provide an exception for whaling dolphin for scientific research or traditional cultural needs. The UNDRIP recognize indigenous people right to their cultural practice, but the Faroes are not indigenous people. In the international sense, they are modern Danish citizens with full access to global market. More than 70% of the catch is sold commercially, going beyond the definition of subsistence. This situation confirms that Grindadrap is not a protected sacred ritual, but rather a deviant exploitation that ignores the ICRWY rules. This is the main oddity that places Grindadrap in a legal gray area. As the state authority, Denmark is obligated to enforce the ICRW, but the reality is different. The central government facilitates Grindadrap through fisheries subsidies of more than $12 million per year, while allowing the use of modern vessels and drones to herd dolphins. Not a single perpetrator has been prosecuted. This accountability vacuum raises doubts. If an IWC member state allows serious violations to continue without sanctions, how can international instruments be expected to be effective? Denmark argument that Grindadrap is protected by the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People does not hold up well under international law. The Faroe population is not indigenous in the sense that it is recognized globally. They are ordinary Danish citizens with full access to European market. In fact, recent evidence from the Journal of Political Ecology 2023 shows that only a small minority of less than 20% of Faroe people actually rely on dolphin meat as part of their traditional diet. The rest enjoy the meat as a convenience or even an exotic commodity regardless of its sustainability and moral values. The international response has been swift. The European Union is considering trade sanctions against Denmark if Grindadrap is not curbed. The International Court of Justice has received complaints from dozens of countries in 2023, while environmental groups such as Greenpeace and Sea Shepherd have launched the Stop Grindadrap campaign, highlighting violation of the ICRW and Denmark obligation under UNCLOS Article 19.2 to protect the marine environment. This diplomatic and public pressure show that even though Grindadrap is taking place in a remote corner of the world, it resonates with millions of people who cares about the sustainability of the oceans. There are two approaches to finding a way forward. law, and conservation diplomacy. Legally, the Danish parliament needs to overhaul the Grindadrap regulation. For example, by setting a maximum quota of 200 per year, banning commercialization, and making violation a serious criminal offense. In the realm of international maritime law, outlaws could be called upon to enforce their obligations to protect the marine environment under UNCLOS Article 19.2. In parallel, a conservation-based diplomacy approach through the IWC's Conservation Commit Strategic Plan 2016 to 2026 could offer economic incentive to the Faroes to switch to co-tourism, inviting tourists to dive and enjoy live dolphin in their habitat rather than on the dinner tablet. Indonesia, as the leader of the Archipelagic and Island State Forum, has a strategic role. We can rally support from 40 other island states to pressure them through the international forum, while deciding local wisdom practice such as the Maluku Siasasi, where a temporary fishing ban has proven to restore fish stock and preserve dolphins. With the synergy of law, diplomacy, and sustainable cultural practice, we can make Grindadrap a momentum for transition from a bloody tradition to inclusive and responsible ocean management. This collaboration shows that true marine sustainability is born from the synergy between law, culture, and innovation. This collaboration shows that the true marine sustainability is born from the synergy between law, culture, and innovation. Grindadrap Faroe really make one thing clear: cultural heritage shall not justify mass exploitation. Without legal intervention and conservation diplomacy, we are giving the green light to similar practices in other parts of the world. The important question remains: can we distinguish between authentic cultural heritage and commercial cover? The answer depends on legal awareness, political will, and public support. Let's make the ocean a safe living space for every creature, not a killing field. There is a quote that I can take for this case. In the end, we will conserve only what we love. We will love only what we understand. Babadio. Thank you for your attention. Don't forget to write your opinion in comment column. See you later, and yeah, bye bye.